Okay, if everybody can hear me, if you're in here, let me know, please. 10 minutes in and really ain't got started. Okay. All right, we're gonna start this here. All right. The editor I'm using is called Pixlr. You go to pixlr.com, and we're gonna go down here and we're just gonna do Advanced Pixlr E, and we'll let that load. So basically, for this the stream, I had a request to turn into a ring mat and an apron. So we're going to go through that first, and then you do one like take and say this logo here and turning it into a ring mat and apron for the game. There's a little more advanced stuff to do with this one. Well, not really advanced. You need to remove the background, stuff like that. The editor. I want to do this video too because Pixlr is completely free. Alright, we're going to, let's see. Now before you do it, you need to know some sizes, okay? Let's open this up here. Your ring mat, create a ring mat, needs to be 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels. So let's start with that. 1024 by 1024. And let's name it ring mat. And let's go to create. Okay. So now let's take this in. We got our, here, no background. You can, if you're going to do a ring mat, your own background, I'll personally use the background, leave the background transparent, so all you're seeing is the logo. So let's take this logo. I'm going to right click on it, copy. You could use a logo that you've already had on there, or you could create one. And let's see, we're going to go to paste. Alright, now see, we need to resize a little bit. I think it needs to be a little better. A little resizing needs to be a little bit bigger. So let's try this. Make sure it's up here it's on fixed. And then click from the corner, drag, and there, I think that's big enough. And did you see when I drug it here? And you see those pink lines? Those are called guides. So you want to try to get it. It's in this, you see two, there you go. That means the logo is perfectly center. Okay. Now, ways if you want to rotate this, how you want your mat to look. If you want the logo to be looking straight on at you when you're playing the game, you want to rotate this about 45 degrees. If you want the logo to be pointed or from the entrance, you rotate it 90 degrees. I personally like it to be at 45 degrees myself. But for this tutorial, we're going to do it so it's looking at like the entrance. So we're going to come here. We're going to rotate. I'm going to say that's about 45. It's hard to tell with this application, but we're going to say that's about 45 degrees. Now this is simple. Pretty much we are done with the ring mat. I need help with this, so this is what I'm doing. For this example, we took the logo, we resized it, we rotated. That's 45 degrees. So let's say we want to 90. Let's keep going around. I would say that's 9. And now that's center. Now go up here to File, Save, and let's name this SWF ring mat, and we will do transparent. You name it what you want. Make sure set as ping, and make sure image width and image height is set earlier. And then you click download, and it says here the photo will be downloaded in 3 seconds to where the computer set to download stuff to you. That's simple, okay? Now let's turn that logo into an apron. Okay, as you can see here, it downloaded. So let's close this out. Let's go to File, New Image. We're going, now we need to find out the size for an apron. So let's see, I wrote it down here. It has to be 1024 pixels by 128 pixels. So let's go here. Height needs to be 100. Keep width the same. Let's name this Apron. Let's create, again, we have off. Now, okay. Let's take this logo again, copy. I'm right copying. If you have it on your computer, you would have to open image. Okay. So we're gonna go edit, paste. Now it's a little bigger than the apron itself. So again, we're gonna make sure it says fixed. Center. Now the person that wanted an example done, he wanted this logo repeated 3 times on the apron. So some applications you'll use, like Photoshop and others, have a keystroke cut key that you can hit and let you copy the object over. This one I don't think has it, but that's okay. We could do it without it. You see here, this is your layers palette. We have one layer. It's nothing on it, that layer. So let's see. And then you have, let's turn it back on. If it's checked, the top one, that's our logo. If we uncheck it, it disappears. Check it, it appears, okay? So this layer means it's by itself. So let's copy that. Let's see if we can copy. Yes, I right clicked on it here, and down here it says duplicate layer. So let's duplicate it once. We got a copy, so let's try to move it. You see, I'm holding shift this time. It seems to do a little better. And we're going to say, let's put it right there. Now, let's duplicate it one more time. Again, I right clicked there. I'm holding shift down while I'm dragging. And let's see. You just got to try to get it even the way you want. Okay, and that's it. That's the apron that he wanted created, and it's 3 logos on the apron. Transparent background. So let's take it, let's go to File, Save. Let's go to SWF Apron, I'm transparent. Alright, make sure everything's set. 1024 width, 28 height, set as a ping. Download it. Now when you have these images downloaded, that's when you take them to the fpw.net site and you upload them through there, and that's pretty much simple. By just reading the instructions you can figure that out. Alright, let's go on to something a little harder. Let me close out these. Let's see. And we're going to do ring mat first. So 1024 by 1024 ring. Let's create. Now we're going to do this logo. So we're going to again copy image, right click, copy image. I'm going to go up here to edit, paste. Let's resize and let's try to get it centered. There. Now you notice you have a black background. I want to get rid of that background. So let's see what all tools they have that might help us. They have the wand select tool. That usually works pretty well. Erased. So let's jump up the size of this eraser. Let's turn the softness down. Alright, let's go in here and let's just get rid of this. I'm in areas that the wand didn't select. But that's okay. We could take care of that. Alright, we got most of it done. So let's go to select, deselect. Let's go back to the wand. Alright, let's click where there's leftover black. Let's take our eraser. Uh-oh. See what happened there? It selected more than just the black. It selected white too. So let's go to edit, undo, select, deselect, select, deselect. Alright. So we're going to have to get a little hands-on here. But it's, again, it's okay. Just take your time. We're going to take our eraser. Well, first I zoomed up. I zoomed in as close as I could. We're going to take our eraser. Alright, let's see if this program is going to act right. This program is running straight from the... They have versions of it on for tablets and phones, Android, and I think Apple as well. Alright, I don't know why. Let's try this again. Let me zoom out. Let's do fit. Let's take the eraser again. Oh, it popped up there. There we go. Let's take the size down because we're going to be zooming in. Let's try about 2 pixels. Let's increase the softness a little bit. Now let's go in, zoom in so we can see that black there. Alright. Click our eraser and let's go in and slowly erase. We could even try using the magic wand since we're zoomed in, and let's see if it's gonna... Okay, it selected it better, so that's even better. So let's just go and let's... Okay, yeah, it's got a slight delay to the brush size. Let's increase and let's erase. There we go. Let's deselect. Let's use it. Let's pan over a little bit. We're gonna take the wand select. Click that spot. Click the eraser. I'm not sure if it's doing anything. So let's go to select. Yeah, it did it a little bit. So we need to zoom in. It just didn't select all the black. But that's... Oh, wrong tool. Let's do the eraser. Let's take the size to about... Alright, we'll see if 8's going to be too big. I think 8 will be fine. There we go. Let's zoom over here. We have some some black areas here. Our wand. There, it selected it all. Let's go back to the eraser. And let's just erase all the black out. Now you could go in here and you can remove all instances of the black. It's going to have it as transparent. Or I mean, if you're going to have a white ring mat, then you might want to, if you don't want it to see through. You know, it's just all preference. For me, I don't like the black in there. Okay, here's some more. So let's, and then eraser, and we're going to erase it. Let's repeat the process. Select it. And again, it didn't pick up all of it there, so we're just going to come in here, tap, alright, now let's go. I think we got a few more spots, maybe not. Let me zoom out. Little here, let's see if we can't get rid of it. Well, we really don't have to. Okay. So yeah, we don't have. So basically all we did was remove the black. We removed the logo from the black back. Now, let's go through the same thing we did last time to turn it into a ring mat. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And for this time, I'm going to leave it, I want it facing me when I'm in the, so I'm going to rotate it about 45 degrees. I would say that's about right. Till we see both pink lines or guides. Boom. That should be centered. And it's 45 degrees angle. We can go to File. Save it. Name it what you want to, download it. I'm not going to do that. I need for this in my game. But that shows you just how we can do it. Alright, so now I'm going to take this, click it, rotate it back to where it was. About like that. And I'm going to see if I can go to Edit. Or let's... Okay, it won't let you copy over. That's okay. In Photoshop, I could right click this or I could click into a new document. I don't think you could do it with this one, but that's okay. All we got to do is just go to File, New Image. Or if I was thinking, I could just go to, let's see, if I could save this as a, import it. That way you ain't got to recut it out. But anyway, yeah, we take this and apply it to the apron size. So let's go apron. Let's see what the size was again. 1024 by 128. This app here, it has some premium features that I think I've never really looked into it because when I need something quick and easy, I could just come here and do it for free. The apron. Let's go over here and see if I can't. I'm trying to see if I could edit. Maybe I could do this. We're gonna use selection tool. Select it, go to copy, come over here to ring mat, go to edit, paste. There we go. Now let's see if, yep, that's how you do it. It's a little workaround. Alright, I need to reel this down. I need to go a little smaller. Whoops. Feature. So that's okay. We don't need that. Let's see. What can I do? Let's see. Where can I do the lines at? I'm just trying to look. See, I don't use this program a lot. Alright. Okay. Okay, I can't figure that out. So for now, I'm just gonna use a brush. And I will take it and we're gonna go, let's click a new layer because I don't want to mess up the logo. Empty. Alright, and then we're gonna change the brush. Zero softness, zero step. Let's make it square. I'm using white and I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna hold shift, click. Oh, that did not work right. Let's go to edit, undo. Alright, let's click, hold shift. I'm trying to get it where I can draw a straight line. Undoubtedly, they do not like how thin that line is. So let's go to edit, undo. I set the stroke to about 11. So let's try it again. Boom, I like that. And then I could come here. Or instead of having to redraw it, I'm just gonna duplicate the layer. Click here and we're gonna move it. Try to keep it. We want it where it's even. And it's being very, so I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this layer, do it again because it was being stubborn. So right click that layer, delete. Let's duplicate it again. I'm going to hold shift and you see how it's doing that. It is wanting to sink down, so I'm just going to use my arrow tools to nudge it up. And now I'm nudging it to the right, the left. Uh-oh, I nudged it too much, so let's see, we're going to keep